Welcome to the pod. You are listening to What the Reality with me, Cache Roberts, and we have a jam-packed episode. Welcome to Toxic, but it is Tuesday. Working Toxic Tuesdays. I don't know which title I like more. I feel like Toxic Tuesdays is easily searchable versus Toxic, but it's Tuesday. But I feel like Toxic, but it's Tuesday makes me different. If I had a Monday show, it'd be called like Mayhem Monday. Ooh, not me giving out free ideas, but what is going on? So at first when I was getting this lineup together, I was like, there's really not much to talk about. Like in terms of Miami, I'm not really gonna be talking about a lot of Miami. Also, you guys like my scarf? I'm like channeling my inner Caribbean today because the hair is not. I did not feel like laying the baby hairs. I was just like, these braids, they got about 2 weeks left. Might be time for a slick back. They is on their last legs. But I'm just like over it. But I don't feel like taking these braids out because it's gonna be a process. It's gonna be like a weekend activity. What was I gonna say? Yes. When I was initially doing like my whole outline for my show today, and my room has been super dusty, so like don't mind the dust, YouTube, please. I was like, there's not much to talk about this weekend. There just wasn't much, but that's why I always wait until Tuesday. That's why I just think Tuesday episodes are better, because if I was filming Sunday for Monday shows, I wouldn't have much to talk about. Like, honestly, I just wouldn't. But because my shows are like Tuesdays and then like, bi-weekly Fridays, there is stuff to talk about, because I swear there's always a bunch of news that comes out on Monday, or just things that you peep or you miss from the weekend, versus like if it's like a slow news cycle during the weekend. So now I'm like being able to see everything that's happened from the weekend. Regardless, I didn't have nothing as of yesterday. Today I woke up, I got some stuff to talk about. So it's going to be a jam-packed show. Let's get right into it. Let's get into our Toxic Talks. That's going to be the name of the segment, Toxic Talks, for this Tuesday. Dame Dash is broke. Am I shocked? No, that man is a fraud. I'm not shocked. That man is like literally broke. I have to go to the article because I think he filed for bankruptcy. And I talked about this before, that he filed for bankruptcy. So Damon Dash, I forget his name's like Damon Dash, because I call him Dame Dash. Damon Dash files for bankruptcy as he claims he has $25 million in debt and has just $4,350 to his name. Not me having more money to my name than Dame Dash. Clock that. Yeah. He said Dame Dash filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy in Florida on Thursday, September 4th. Dash posted on Instagram about his money woes, writing, "Now let's get to work." The music executive and entrepreneur filed for Chapter 7, according to documents obtained by People. The documents say Dame Dash domestic support obligations are more than $647,000, and he owes the government $19.1 million in taxes and other debts. Dash owes hundreds of thousands to his ex-wife, Rachel Roy, with whom he shares daughters Ava, 25, and Tallulah, 17, as well as Cindy Morales, the mother of his son Lucky, 21, and Linda Williams, mom to his son Boogie, 33. Boogie. Oh my gosh, I remember Boogie. Did you guys ever watch Growing Up Hip Hop on Oprah Winfrey? I remember Boogie, but he's 33, so I don't know how he still owes like child support if he's literally 33. That makes no sense to me. But Dash said he is owed a possible but unknown amount from Burke, with whom he co-founded Rockefeller with. I'm not shocked. And he has a fiance, Raquel Horn. He has a 4-year-old son. I can tell you there, maybe stop having so many darn children. You wouldn't owe all this money. But I know he's been with that Raquel girl since Growing Up Hip Hop has been on Oprah Winfrey channel. I don't think it's coming on anymore though. But Dame Dash has always been a clown to me. Like, he's been a clown on that show. He always lives above his means and it's so clear. And then he came on Next Gen NYC like fronting, like, you know, he was that man and all this stuff. And it's like, you have financial issues, dude. He's always been a fronter, like he's always been fronting, in my opinion. Like, he has always been fronting, and I know he couldn't wait to get onto Bravo TV to front. Ava fronting, like her parents, like yada yada yada. Like, your whole dad owe your mom a bunch of money. And I just feel like it just gives to like what Ava's personality was. I said I wasn't really a fan of her on Next Gen NYC. I think she was also a fronter, or like I'm from New York or something. Like, she just fronts as well to me. Like, her dad is a fraud. And it's like, you owe all of this money. Y'all are over here buying restaurants, abandoned restaurants, to flip them to make money. No money's coming in. I wonder if next season Ava will be on Next Gen NYC, because I have a feeling she will be too embarrassed to face the music that this life you and your dad were living. Like, he just act like one of those cool dudes. Like, he rolling around in Uber XLs with his chains on, his freaking 2-piece sweatsuit. Like, he got money. And it's like, you don't have money. So it's not shocking to me that all this is coming out. He's filing for bankruptcy. I don't know. Dame Dash has been a joke to me for a while, ever since I've seen him on reality TV. And like I said, he always gives that vibe to me that he does front a lot. And it's not shocking. I think his daughter fronts as well. And his daughter was evicted from her New York apartment. I think they front a lot and they use their name to carry them. But it's like, you're not relevant. And I think they were hoping to use the Bravo show to become relevant. I think he was possibly even hoping that she would, you know, put him on to Bravo and he could get like a Bravo spinoff. Like, I just think he's such a fronter. Okay, so some other Toxic Tuesday toxic talks I want to talk about. Oh my gosh, I almost got like tongue twisted. King's Court. Let's just talk about that really quick because I don't want to like dive into it. Tyson is not there for love. And that is the biggest joke. What did the Brits say? Bloke ever. He is not there for love. He is literally there. I can't say it. He's there because he's a horn dog. And he's there for a Bravo check. He has a girl at the gym. There's multiple women at the gym. There's multiple women in his DMs. He's not taking the show serious. I don't think he needs to leave with anyone. I think Felicia is desperate because you can already see how it's going to go. Real ones know Allison is the real tea. Like, she overheard that conversation and was like, why are you entertaining other women outside of this experiment? You signed on to do this experiment. You think we can't entertain other people? Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, why are you entertaining people at the gym? Like, it makes no sense to me. And then literally, I even think all of the men know that Tyson is full of BS. Like, even Carlos, he's like, Tyson is used to like yes people. So if Tyson does pick Jen, I don't think they're gonna last either. And if he picks Felicia, I don't think it's gonna last. I don't think Carlos and Janae are gonna last. I follow her on TikTok. I actually love Janae. I think she's gorgeous. She's like a content creator. I don't think, even though she did repost like the moment he asked her to be his girlfriend on her TikTok, I'd be shocked if they make it. Because Carlos, it's a red flag to me that you're like showing her all of the women you're turning down for her. That's like the biggest F you. Like, oh my gosh, I just made it official with you. Let me show you all of the women I just turned down for you. I would have been like, boy, if you don't get out of here. And then Thaddeus, he's just a narcissist to me. Like, he is a walking red flag as well. Like, he's a walking hypocrite. Like, he doesn't want women to behave a certain way or react a certain way, but at the same time, he wants to see their like other side. He's like, I want you to be vulnerable with me. I want you not to show up as your representative. But then when they say something you disagree with, you're the first one to walk away. Just like Tyson is. Tyson wants a yes woman. He wants a woman that's going to turn the blind eye. That's going to be like, and you know what? Jen might do that. Felicia, she's not going to do that. But Felicia and Tyson wasted so much time over this sexual chemistry because they don't know one thing about each other. She don't even know if he wants kids. And it's like, the last episode is coming out. But Carlos, like, I think all the men are red flags. Like, honestly, but I'm here for the show. I like King's Court more than I like Queen's Court. And then the thing is also with King's Court, it's just disappointing to see all these like successful women like literally fawning over these men that are literally past their expiration date. No shade, no tea. All shade, all tea. These are men that are trying to become relevant or stay relevant. Deal with that what you will. Let's talk about this man that is in office real quick. I don't like to talk politics on here, but this man just wakes up every day. And that's why you're in my toxic segment. You will always be in the toxic segment because you're a loser. But like literally, you wake up daily just to like piss people off. Like it's just beyond me. Let me pull up this story because I'm just like, how is this affecting you in your life? Essentially, he's killing the Biden was it the Biden era plans for expanded protections for delays and cancellations due to flights. So like, say like Frontier, they are infamously known for, delaying a flight past 3 hours or canceling a flight as soon as you're at the airport. They are infamously known for that. And with the Biden plans was that like if this happens, you would get reimbursed. I've actually been reimbursed twice by Frontier for them canceling my flight when I'm at the airport or delaying it more than 3 hours. I've been reimbursed twice. Now it's like hallelujah. And then also like if they lose your luggage or something, knock on wood. And I do have a wooden desk. I'm not even gonna speak about it, but that's never happened to me. I would be devastated. I went to Cancun. That was my last trip. I need another trip like soon. And I was so happy that like none of my luggage got lost. But I'm just saying like basically, I don't even like saying the man's name, but he's basically trying to end it. The U.S. Department of Transportation said it would drop the Biden era plan, which would have guaranteed passengers affected by lengthy delays or cancellations caused by carriers compensation between $200 and $765. That's very random, along with free meals, lodging, and rebookings. Yeah, I just don't know what that has to do with Trump. And I said his name. Somehow this is going to put money into his pocket, and I hate it. Like, he's just getting richer while people are out here getting poorer. Have you guys seen the cost of eggs? That actually really pisses me off because I was getting eggs the other day, and I was like, wait a minute. The eggs are expensive. They are expensive. The gas is expensive. The gas is very expensive right now. This man just wakes up daily, and it's like, what is the update on the Epstein files? Like, why can we not see what's going on there? I don't know. That was okay. And then finally, for my toxic talks, I wanted to add this in because Kenya Moore. I'm rewatching Real Housewives of Atlanta right now. I'm on season 12. I took a break and I re-upped it again. I'm on season 12. I'm probably gonna stop here. I'm not gonna watch season 13 stuff because that stuff is pretty recent. Or I might, but I wanted to watch everything with Nene on it and just like I wanted some old school feelings. I might watch the next season because there's a season with Bolo, Tanya, and Portia. And I really did like Tanya. Like, I'm really upset she didn't become a full-time housewife because she was actually like a breath of fresh air. But I just remember how awful Kenya Moore is. I'm at the season where she like spoils Cynthia's whole engagement. And you can just tell like she is living in her karma. And I hate to say it like that because I do believe in karma. I do think like what you do, like, I think she's a nasty person. I've always said about Kenya Moore. I think she's a nasty, trouble person. Like, truly. Is she good for TV? Yes, but I think she's a pretty envious, devious, nasty spirited person. Either way, she has now done something with her face. She looks completely different. Her face, I don't know if she's getting lip filler, a lip flip, a facial. Her face looks different. I don't know if she's just lost a lot of weight. I mean, she looks good. Her body looks good besides like, like the Lego block booty. But I'm just saying like her face looks different. So the only thing she can do because she's not on Bravo is talk about Bravo. And I dislike that to the umpteenth. Because I'm like, girl, you were let go and they're still not calling you, which is crazy to me. I thought they were going to be calling, especially after this season. Oops, I got to mute my sound. After the whole Britney gate and it wasn't even Britney. I thought she was going to be back on. She's not back on. So she's sitting down and talking about just gossip stuff about the housewives, saying that Giselle received a text from Karen after she got out of prison, essentially saying, I'm like, what is that? Essentially saying, get ready. And the comments are just like, girl, what are you doing? Like, this is the best you have to do. Like, she's tapping into her Wendy Williams. Like, she's trying to become like the next Pink Chair. Like, she's now a former housewife talking about all these housewife matters. And it's like, you were privy to that information, just like you were privy to K. Michelle and Pinky Cole joining the cast. Now she's just like getting off on posting Instagrams and TikToks about like the word on the street and stuff. I just think it's so cringe actually when I watch it, because I'm like, are you trying to be like a podcaster now? Are you trying to be like a blogger? That's fine. But it's just like, you can kiss your position on these shows goodbye because you are spilling everything. Why the heck, if Giselle's telling you something in confidence, why are you now trying to make a moment out of it, saying that Karen Huger hit her up talking about get ready, and you're like, I want to know, do they have beef? Like, you're just trying to stir the pot. And it's like, so unnecessary. It's so cringy, you guys. Like, I actually cannot with Kenya Moore. I'm like, this is the best you can do. Like, girl, at least Nene Leakes is interviewing people outside of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like, she's talking to other people. The Nene Leakes show, even though I haven't seen an update in a minute. And even Candy Burris, like, I loved her interview with Todd Chrisley. And I tried to watch the Jamal Bryan, but it was just like too much like religion and like spiritual stuff for me. Like, well, too much religion. Like, and I feel like Jamal kept cutting Candy off to like spin questions back on her. I don't know. I just wanted to get to the part about why you were cheating on Giselle with Phaedra Parks. But either way, Candy, she's interviewed some pretty good people. Either way, Kenya's made it to my Toxic Talk segment because she's just so annoying lately. Like, literally, in my Regina George voice. Let's talk about these reality topics. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, we got 2 topics. Bose is engaged. Bose is engaged. And let me pull this story out. This is by people. Bozoma St. John is engaged. You guys know I did not like Bose on her debut season because I felt like she was really going against Garcelle. I'm not looking forward to Beverly Hills to come back on. I think they can take a little longer off. I don't think it's really necessary for them to come back. But Bozoma St. John is engaged to Keely Watson inside the surprise proposal with over 100 roses. I'm assuming this was filmed for Beverly Hills. It looks like her custom engagement ring is a total diamond weight of 8.43 carats. All right now, Bose. And I'm sure it is prettier than Taylor Swift's. Feeling a little shady today. I don't know. I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood. That's why I'm feeling so shady. Okay, so she's 48. She got engaged to, this is what People magazine is saying. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star 48 got engaged to Keely Watson in a surprise proposal surrounded by about 35 close friends and family members, plus a few Bravo cameras. Knew it. At BOA Steakhouse in West Hollywood. This is what Bose has said. She said, this engagement is my testimony. You can rise from grief, reclaim your joy, and still find love. Find the love worthy of your yes. Says St. John, who was previously married to Peter St. John for 10 years until his death in December 2013 from cancer. Quote unquote, Queely is proof that God's timing is perfect and so is his plan. I'm saying yes to life, to love, and to the miracle of second chances. So apparently since the beginning of summer, Watson knew he wanted to pop the question. But because St. John was headed to New York soon to promote her new NBC reality competition series On Brand with Jimmy Fallon, he, quote unquote, had a very small window to work with. He had to execute all the details by himself. So he said, I really wanted that element of surprise. And so it was a lot of planning and coordinating on my part with the help of her daughter, Leo, and also her assistant, Nico. So yeah, he ordered over 14 dozen roses and had a mega bouquet of 100 roses that he presented with her. So I'm not going to read this whole thing. It sounds like a very romantic evening. I'm really glad that they were able to get engaged before having that baby, because there was a lot of talk last season of like, how are y'all discussing having a baby? Because he really wanted a baby because he has no kids. He wanted to continue his legacy, of course, and she was willing to do that for him. But the question remained, why are you guys even talking about having a baby if he hasn't said, I love you yet? Because I think the thing is that she has said, I loved you, but he hadn't said it yet. And it's like, girl, wait a minute. You might want to push the brakes. I got my lip gloss on there. Either way, congratulations to Bose. I might not have liked you your debut season. Maybe I'll like you this season. I definitely think she was a good housewife, first-time housewife, and definitely deserved an opportunity to come back. Congratulations are in order to her, because at the end of the day, I love love. Speaking of love, Sierra has changed her son's, which his name is Future, named after Future the rapper, because she do got a son with Future. She has changed Future's son, Future's last name, to Wilson, who she is currently married to, Russell Wilson. Love their relationship goals. They have a legally changed Future's son's name, Future, to Wilson. It's just confusing because it's two Futures, and we're not talking about the hoe one. We're talking about the son. On period, I just said I was watching Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I'm also, this is the season Eva is on, and she is pregnant, and she makes like the most gorgeous babies, like Marley, like Mikey, and then she's pregnant with Maverick. Also, you guys watching? Do you watch any BET shows? Like, let me know, because I love All the Queensmen with Eva Marcel. It's a really good show, and I gotta watch the season finale. Either way, I'm on that season where Marley, her daughter finally gets her name. I gotta see what her kids look like now. Like, oh my gosh. Because Mikey J, gorgeous eyes, like gorgeous. But she was in the process of getting her daughter's last name changed to Sterling, because I didn't realize, Mike, who she, and they're reconciling right now, which I'm really happy to see, because I think he genuinely loves her. Like, in his statement when she announced like separation and like divorce, like he's like, I'm gonna keep fighting for my wife back. Like, I think they genuinely love each other. I'm glad they're working it out. I don't know what happened, but I'm just glad they're working it out. But I didn't realize Mike had been in Marley's life since she was like 15 months old. So this season, they're in the process of like switching Marley's last name from McCall to Sterling, because like she had a lot of DV situations with Marley's father, yada yada yada, and just like Marley like saying like, that's not my last name, like associating her last name with her brother, and then like her mom and stuff. It's just being really important. So I think like Sierra changing Future's son's Sierra changing her son Future's last name to Wilson is just really good, because it just shows like you guys are a family. And I don't think Future would fight her on that, because Future has about 10 other kids to worry about, 4 other baby mamas. We're gonna talk about Future. We're gonna talk about Future and his nastiness for once on this show, because we got some hip hop topics I want to talk about. But I think it's very nice that she was able to do that, and they are able to move as a unit, because he is a Wilson. At the end of the day, Russell Wilson embraced him. And did he adopt him? I don't know if he adopted him, but I just know that they move as a family unit, and I know that's really important to Sierra. And I know that stuff doesn't happen overnight, so this has been a process, and clearly he did not even fight him on that. We're going to talk about VMAs as well, because VMAs did happen. I want to talk about Best Dressed, because there's no debate. I've looked at the images. There's no debate on who was Best Dressed, you guys. Before that, I want to get into some more housewife topics, and I'm going to talk about Future and his nastiness. But Future's just a sub topic. He's not the main topic for his nastiness. I want to talk about Kyle Richards because her daughter, Alexia Umansky, got married. I also got another one to her on again, off again boyfriend. Well, they got engaged like I think it was like last year or whatever. Jake Zingerman and romantic midnight garden wedding. Also, like to think to have a midnight, like a nighttime wedding was like gorgeous. Honestly, her dress was beautiful. Alexia Umansky is married to her longtime boyfriend, Jake Zingerman. I guess it was messy for me to say like on again and off again. I just knew at a point they were on again and off again. But yeah, that's her longtime man. They wed this Saturday in a family-oriented celebration. So I don't think Kim Richards was there. I think she may still be in rehab, but Kathy Hilton was there. Lisa Rinna, Erica Jane, and Teddy Mellencamp. So it looks like Dorit was not there or Sutton. What's very interesting to me about Miss Kyle Richards is that, show aside, Lisa Rinna has came for two of your sisters, your only sisters, and you continuously invite Lisa Rinna out, especially to like intimate family gatherings. I mean, if Kathy Hilton is there, I'm sure they are fine. I'm sure they are fine now. But her allegiance to Lisa Rinna and Erica are very weird to me because those are two people that have came for Kathy, your sister, and for the show. Yeah, Kyle, she's a very interesting character to me. That aside, her daughter looked amazing. I don't know if anyone watched Buying Beverly Hills on Netflix. So it's just interesting because it was canceled. It needed to be canceled. The first season, like Alexia had this weird thing going on with another real estate agent there. And like then the second season, she was like in a committed relationship with Jake, who was her on again and off again boyfriend. So that's why when they were engaged, I wasn't shocked. I was just like, it was weird. But, also reality shows are messy. But she was having like a weird thing going on the first season with this guy that I think she knew since high school. But I think she knows Jake since high school. So this is the first daughter to be married because, her one daughter that is a baddie that I love. I cannot think of her name. Her one daughter that she had before Mauricio. I gotta look her name up because it's like literally driving me insane. Farrah, she's a baddie. Because Farrah caught off her engagement with her man, and we saw that on Buying Beverly Hills. Like, it just wasn't going to work out. So, Alexia is the first one to be married. But yes, she looked gorgeous in her dress, like on period. Really excited for her. They're newlyweds on period. I want to talk about this story real quick with New Jersey because it looks like we are getting closer and closer. I think at BravoCon an announcement will be made about New Jersey. I think an announcement about New York will be made. I think New York legacies. I think something's happening. I think we might get something at BravoCon in November in Vegas. Which I hear is like you shouldn't even like people say like BravoCon isn't even that fun because it's so expensive. I saw the tickets. And I hear like also like the lineup this year. I'm not a Paige DeSorbo fan, but I know a lot of people would have loved to see Paige DeSorbo. A lot of people, I'm not a Kenya Moore fan. A lot of people go for Kenya Moore. Like Nene Leakes isn't there. None of your Roni girls are there. They saying Teresa Giudice is there. Some people love Teresa. I'm not really clicked in with New Jersey, like I used to be. Like, and that was probably 5 years ago when I was in college and I had nothing else to watch. New Jersey hasn't hit for me in a while because I've been over the back and forth between Melissa and Teresa. But when I look at the BravoCon lineup, like I would go to BravoCon if I was getting flown out to BravoCon if I didn't have to come out of my money. I would not spend my money on BravoCon anymore. I love Lindsay Hubbard. I'm not spending that much to see her though. I think prior to all this COVID stuff, when they did it like 1 year or whatever, you got to get some more heavy hitters on that list. There's no one I'm paying to see. Like, and I've seen Luann at her cabaret show, and that was only $30. It was more than $9 at Erica Jane's cabaret show. But when you look at the BravoCon lineup, there's no one I'm paying to go see, especially because like Atlanta's not the same. New York's not the same. Beverly Hills not the same. I don't want to see anyone from Beverly Hills. I don't want to see anyone from Potomac. I mean, I would want to see Karen Huger now, but I'm just saying, like, you guys got to get some heavy hitters. Like, I'm not paying to go to BravoCon. And then the tickets are insane. I hear Vegas tourism rates is down. They is overcharging for everything. It just wouldn't be worth it to me. And then also Peacock shows the panels, a lot of the panels. So I'm just going to watch it on that. But it's really not worth it to me. But I'm hearing reports that New Jersey is test filming without Teresa Giudice. A lot of fans are upset. But I also heard they were test filming with Teresa, Danielle Staub, and someone else without Melissa, Dolores, and then who else made it? I think it's Margaret Josephs. So they're literally trying new cast members with Margaret, Dolores, and Melissa. And then I heard that Giudice, Jackie, and Jen are still in consideration. And they were test filming with Danielle Staub with potentially some newbies. So I think they're going to see what they can do. A lot of people are like, we're not going to watch. I don't even know if I'm going to recap it. If it's different, I'll recap it. And yeah, this podcast is new, as of like this year new, like a couple months new, April. I've never been in New Jersey. I haven't been a New Jersey stan or fan in a while. And I don't like to talk about shows I don't enjoy, because then I feel like I'm just doing it to do it. Like, I actually enjoyed Potomac. I actually really enjoyed Atlanta. I really enjoyed Potomac. I talk about Beverly Hills, but I didn't talk about every episode. I love Miami. I'm excited for Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City's coming back out. I'm going to be talking about Salt Lake City. I'm not talking about shows I'm not really genuinely interested in, and I haven't been interested in New Jersey for a while. What do you guys think of that tea that potentially, you know, Teresa Giudice may not be on New Jersey? I mean, that is a possibility, just like it's a possibility that Melissa Gorga may not be on. Now, if you're asking me who I would select, Teresa Giudice all day. Drama follows her. Drama is her middle name. Chaos is her last name. Melissa and Joe don't have much to talk about besides Melissa's ever-changing face. I'm not a fan of Melissa Gorga, but I'm not as into it and deep into it as some people are. They're like, oh my gosh, like, we can't. And it's like, I think Melissa doesn't even have fans. I saw a tweet like months ago saying like, Melissa don't even have fans. Teresa just has so many haters that it's like you have no choice but to take the other side. And I could see that because Teresa be making the folks mad, like she's a hypocrite, yada yada yada. But that's what I think makes a good housewife. I don't think Melissa has a leg to stand on without Teresa, and that's my piece. But I do know Andy loves him some good Joe Gorga, so like that's the only reason I could see him being like, I can't give up Joe Gorga. He definitely prefers Joe Gorga over that Louis weirdo. I tell you what, if Joe Giudice though was back, I'm sure in the States, you know, he's trying to appeal to the man. I'm sure in terms of storylines, like Teresa and Joe Giudice's co-parenting relationship versus Joe and his weirdness and his creepiness and this whole like fraternity, like, dude, you're so old, and his wife trying to live her younger years. Which story are you taking? Because I'm taking this Joe Giudice, Louis, and Teresa storyline. I want to see that dynamic. with all the girls and stuff. I'm taking that storyline. That's just the real tea. Let's get into this future nastiness, and I want to talk about VMAs, and I'm gonna talk about Miami. It was a little lackluster episode, but I'm gonna talk about it. Are you guys keeping up with these Young Thug leaked phone calls? Because every time I log onto Twitter, there's a different phone call leaked. I have to go to this Reddit mega thread I found that is like spilling all of the tea because there's so much tea. We're gonna talk about the phone calls. I don't know who's leaking this stuff, but all I know is Young Thug has now since done a podcast. I don't know which podcast or show. He's been very thirsty to get his, side out. He's been very thirsty. Gunna is doing brand deals with Under Armour and performing at the VMAs and stunning with a baddie, Brianna from TikTok, YouTube. Hey, Brianna. Like, I love Brianna. I told you guys in my last episode, I learned how to do my makeup from her. Like 2016 makeup, 2018 makeup. There's something the girls can really teach me these days. But I'm just saying, she was one of the OGs that taught me how to do my makeup. Either way, there's a mega thread on Reddit of everything you can find on Young Thug's phone calls. And I will just say this. What I got from all of these phone calls is Young Thug is very bitter. He went into jail getting caught up. He's upset. All of his rapper friends, all these people that he feels like he put on or put him on didn't do much to get him out. He's very bitter. And he's looking for handouts. And if you didn't give him a handout or none of his rapper friends a handout, he looks at you as the ops because he's like, you're a superstar and you can pull some weight, as much as wanting Drake to hit up the president, as much as being upset that Andre 3000 did not put him on, or none of his friends, being mad at Kendrick Lamar for not getting him on a feature. This is some deep hip hop stuff, like, and it just shows, like, I feel like the hip hop industry is cracking because it's like these men really are not nothing. Like, you guys are genuinely mad that, or Young Thug is mad that he feels like y'all didn't help him out enough. That is genuinely why he's upset. Okay, so back to this mega thread. I had to readjust something. Okay, back to this mega thread. So the first phone call, so it seems like his confidant majority of the time when he's not pillow talking and making fun of women with his girl, his dense girl, is 21 Savage. And it seems as though 21 Savage, I will say this is what I got, and also 21 Savage is apparently Lotto's man. I think there was some pictures found of them in Mexico, wherever they were vacationing. 21 Savage, out of everyone that he talks to in these videos, seems to have his head held up pretty high, and is very real with him, and is not just like, filling his head with anything. It seems like 21 Savage is the most like sane person out of all these phone calls he's making it to, but it looks like that him and Thug are like really like close. So in the leaked audio, he's talking about how, the plea deal, and he said there was like guns and drugs in the car. Was it yours? And I guess Thug was upset that Gunna said no, it wasn't. And 21 was like, I'm not even, he said, you can be mad at him like about a lot of stuff, but it's like, you cannot be mad at him and saying like, this was not his, if this wasn't his stuff in the car, then he's not going to take up for that. And he told Young Thug that. He's like, you don't have a right to really like, it's like, I don't blame him for saying like, no, that's not my stuff in the car for the plea deal or whatever. And then Young Thug, I guess, was like heartbroken when he found out Gunna snitched. And then 21 was like, yeah, he didn't agree with that. But he's like, you know what, just drop the album at this point. I'm just reading from this Reddit thread. Some other stuff I got out of here. I'm noticing like Young Thug and 21 Savage, they really do not respect like Lil Baby or Durk. Like, I think they see them as just like little pawns in their games. Like, they're just like, they just do a lot of stuff for clout. Like, they said them unfollowing Gunna was all for clout. Like, he was like, nobody told them to do that. Like, they jumped the gun on that. He was like, y'all just doing internet stuff, But speaking of internet stuff, we're going to get into Young Thug's series of tweets because he has been on a tweet tyrant recently, and I just want to talk about that. But I don't think they really respect Lil Baby and Lil Durk. I don't think they really do. I can tell by the way they talk about them, especially Thug. I don't think he really messed with Baby. I just really don't think he does. And then I guess like Thug and 21 reacted to Gunna dissing Lil Baby, and they were actually laughing because I guess like the lyrics were something about like you upset that I snitched or something, or calling me a rat or something, and you in business with a rat, and they was literally laughing on the phone like saying like basically Gunna clocked 21. I mean Gunna clocked Lil Baby. Like they were actually laughing at that. Like I'm telling you guys, they don't really mess with um Lil Baby. Like he's literally a pawn in their game. I don't think they think of him as a threat. But it's like Gunna, like they sent it. Also, keep in mind, Thug is in there for a while. He's upset. I mean, he was in prison for what, 3 years or whatever, while Mariah, scientist, is over here doing free Thug concerts while he cheating on her. We'll get to that. Like he was in there for a while, but it's just shocking to me because it's like you're in prison for all that time and you didn't make anything out of your experience. Like Gunna came out, buff, working out, clearly closer to God, and willing to right his wrongs. He came out healthier mentally as well. You can just tell mentally, and he was just about it. And he's like, I'm not addressing anything. You know what? And it's like you can't fault these men. Like they're all like playing street games. But it's like street games get you so far, they get you sitting in a prison cell. So it's like, what is the point of both of us sitting in a prison cell when I know I didn't do anything? There's no point in both of us sitting in a prison cell. So you know what? At the end of the day, it's either, what's the saying? The saying's either you are the prey or the predator. And it's like, which one do you want to be? Like, there's no point. So it's like, I never really fought a Gunna for that. I'm actually shocked no one has tried anything because I know that like street rap stuff is like serious. And I'm just hoping he has security with him all the time. But I mean, he's been out, Thug's out. I mean, Thug was heartbroken. That's another thing about this. Like, he was heartbroken about like him switching up and like, just haven't really hearing from him since he's been out because he feels like he brought Gunna up. I can understand that to a point, but I am shocked, like, for Gunna's safety, he has been fine. And it's just good to see him on top. I talked about it in my last episode. I'm not really like a hip hop like girl, like, but I'm talking all entertainment, all pop culture, all reality. Like he's doing his run club, all this stuff. He's doing just like amazing things, and you can't really fault him on, trying to continue on a pathward upward, is all I'm saying. Some of the stuff he talks about, Young Thug, like, talks about, Kendrick Lamar not giving him a feature for Business is Business because Business is Business was not going to make, it was not debuting at one, his album that came out, and he was upset. And so basically he was like, do you have the plug for those bots to boost our sales? So it basically confirms what all the music industry does, specifically the rap industry. They all use bots because Drake was, accused of using bots to up his songs once Not Like Us came out, and he was trying to use some bots or whatever to like boost his sales. And it just confirms that. And even Young Thug was like, can we fake the streams and like use the plug we used for Gunna's one album? Gunna and them. And I'm like, who's them? He also talks about, like I said, Kendrick Lamar. He said, like, why aren't you going to give me a feature? Especially because Kendrick was so hot this summer. And so he was like, why wouldn't you give me a feature? Or like, he was very hot when he dropped like the Not Like Us and all that stuff. He's like, you won't even give me a feature. And he's like, dang, he won't even take money. And it just shows you there's levels to this in the music industry. Like, I think it's probably really difficult to get a feature from Jay-Z or Beyonce as well. Like, it's more than money. Like, it's like, we really genuinely got to be cool with you. Like, and he's like, Kendrick Lamar won't even give him a feature. He's like, he won't even take no money or nothing. It's like, no. So he was upset at Kendrick Lamar, talking about, you know what, and that's why no one's ever going to be bigger than Drake, because Drake put people on. Drake be feeding people's families. And then Thug started bashing the rap community for not really like doing, he was upset at Future for not doing a free Thug concert, all that stuff. And then the biggest bombshell to enter the villa is him talking about Glorilla's looks on the phone with Mariah scientist. He felt a type of way that the men in jail were saying Glorilla was pretty, even though Glorilla has confirmed that Young Thug has been in her DMs. He said that she was ugly. And he said that he would never pursue her. And then Glorilla tweeted, she said, mind you, this is the same, blowing up my phone up to ask what color eyes. And then Mariah scientist is just on there like laughing. She is dense to me. And if I am using that correct, right? Maybe I'm dense saying that. Dense meaning. Doesn't that mean you are, stupid? That's exactly what I meant. Is she's dumb. Okay, so then what else? I'm not gonna talk about all of these. I'm just talking about some things. Like, it just shows you how the rap game community industry is. We get a little insight onto the whole Drake and Metro Boomin beef, because Drake was not on Metro Boomin's album, which was really good, Heroes and Supervillains. I love that album. And I don't really listen to rap, but Trance is my song, I can't lie. And everyone was like releasing an uncut version where Drake was supposed to be on it, and we're learning Drake was supposed to be on it. Drake was essentially trying to put Trance on his album, reached out to Metro. Metro's like, no, I mean, I'm the producer, this is my song. Drake wanted it on his album though. And essentially Metro was like, I'm not in the best space right now, because Metro's mother had just passed. And Young Thug was saying like Drake was using his name as a weapon. It's like, I'm Drake, like, why wouldn't you give me the song? And it was trying to like go around people to like basically get the song. And I guess Metro didn't like that. And he's like, I just lost my mom and you're over here reaching out to me about a song. And Young Thug was actually on Metro's side, and he was saying, but he also understands Drake's side because Drake feeds family. And that's, like I said, a big point I'm getting listening to all these phone calls, like these clips or whatever. Is all about who's feeding the family, who's pouring back into you. That's who you guys want to support, is who's feeding into you. But then you're upset, like you were just talking about on one phone call, how Drake feeds the family, does this for people, but then you're upset he hasn't reached out to the president yet to pardon you, because you're like, you're Drake, you can do that. So for me, Young Thug is an opportunist, and he's like, what can this person do for me while I'm in this vulnerable state? Like, surely you can do something for me. Because I guess he was upset also about J. Cole and, like I said, Andre 3000, and just saying how like they won't give NBA YoungBoy a feature. And I'm like, they are not thinking about that little young man. Like, they just are not. And then we also get him like talking about Future. He's really lit up the hip hop community. Like, he was talking crap about everyone. He's talking about how he doesn't respect Future. And this is what I was talking about with Sierra, her like officially changing Future Wilson's last name. He was saying how like he don't respect him because his mind is constantly on other women instead of all his kids. But I'm like, you can't even say that, because then we get a leaked audio of Young Thug. He can't wait to get out of prison to impregnate his mistress. And he was on the phone with her in prison. And this is the same girl, Mariah the scientist, then tried to beat up in the lounge or the club after seeing her. And there's another leaked audio of him confessing on cheating on Mariah the scientist a month before turning himself in, and her confronting him. And he's like, oh yeah, that was from years ago. That didn't happen. Essentially, like I said, and I talked about this on my TikTok, Mariah is just not smart to me, because I'm just like, why would you even stay with a man? He's dissing Glorilla unprovoked. We hate an unprovoked, messy man. Like, what did Glorilla do to you? You just brought her up randomly. You're like, they're saying she's cute in here. And you just like talking about her. It's just honestly crazy. But then, okay, that was the name of the podcast. Young Thug is going on perspectives with Bank. But then finally, like, Young Thug says he has like no hate for Gunna anymore. He says like he loves him. He pours so much into him. Yada, yada, yada. So I don't know the status of Mariah and Young Thug's relationship, but Young Thug has like been tweeting nonstop. He's clearly affected by all of this mess. Um, he said times like these is when your loved ones are supposed to look at the good I did towards them than the ugly. Like, he's just such a freaking narcissist to me, and I know she's gonna forgive him even though he keeps embarrassing her. And I don't think she realizes like your career is going to be fixated and tied to this man constantly embarrassing you. Like, you will never be taken serious as an artist because you were constantly forgiving this man in your life. Um he said to everyone involved in this situation, I'm sorry this is happening. I hope you guys can forgive me. I'm moving forward with my life. Thank you, God. Like, I don't know who leaked this. Like, they leaked his cause. Then he like tweeted something like chapter ended. And then he tweeted to Mariah again, even after he was caught up. He was caught up when he had first came out about cheating on her, and now he tweeting again. And I don't know why he keep tweeting. I don't know why it has all these likes, because like, why are people liking these tweets? He said, my baby, I was wrong, and I'm sorry for what I put you through. You deserve better from me. Thank you for everything, and I will do anything to make this work. You show me what love is, and I hope I haven't lost you forever. Everybody leave her out of this, please. She's an innocent girl and feels bad about all of this. Please give her a peace. This is because you're over here trying to make songs with Glorilla, Mariah the Scientist, and then you're over here keying on the phone with your man when he's the last person to be talking about looks. Everybody tell Young Thug to smile, because I can show all 32. How many teeth do you have? I think it's all 32. I think he can only show a good 16. But you over here worry about what Glorilla looked like. Moving on, that brings me to the VMAs, because Glorilla was there and I didn't see no Thug or no Mariah Scientist there. I saw Mariah Carey there, and that's the only Mariah that is of importance. I support women, but I do not support women's rights and wrongs. I'm not one of those people. Everyone will be held accountable. And there's only so many times I care to comfort the women. Mariah, you are dumb as blocks if you get back together with that man. Scientist, you are. Let's talk about these VMA looks. Like, best dress, Olandria Carthen. And the fact of the matter is, I'm gonna have to get some photos up here because we're showing the glam. The fact of the matter is, Olandria ate down, and I'm seeing very few titles. Love Island USA star Olandria. This was Olandria's fashion debut. 10, 10, 10 across the board. Olandria just made her fashion debut. She's going places. She has become the diamond of the season. I have no notes painted by Esther on the makeup. I saw that look, and I have been searching for looks to compete with it. And when I tell you I haven't seen one outfit that is better, I mean that. Of course, it's not loading. Let me see. I need these looks. It's not even loading. I think she's like in Vogue L. Let's see if she's made the New York Times top 10. Sometimes they don't let me like view it all. She should. I haven't even seen anyone compete with the looks. Also, can we talk about Labubus? I think I'm not even like one of those people that like believe in like the spirit. Like, I believe in the spiritual stuff more than like religious stuff. But like I have more like a connection to spirituality than religion, I say. But those Labubus are demonic. Like, I think Labubus are demonic. I don't know what it is with everyone wanting to show a Labubu. It's kind of weird. Like, people are paying money to carry around Labubus. I think it's really weird. Okay, let's see if I can get a better, because Olandria's look was just eating. Like, she ate. Is she on this list? She was on a couple of lists. but they're still like easing her in. But I'm like, all of these people before her is like a darn shame. Like Sexy Red shouldn't he have even been on the list? I'll find pictures. I mean, I guess she's not on E News, whatever that's about. But neither was Amaya. Did you guys see Amaya's look? Amaya's look was terrible. I thought Doja Cat looked good. Like she's entering this 80s era. So she's going like the Beyonce route. Like once you're in an era, you're in an era, stick to it. So on period. Sabrina Carpenter looked gorgeous. I thought she looked really good. I liked the pop of purple with the fur. I thought it was different. I think I like Sabrina. That's a girl. She's okay in my books. I like a good Sabrina. I thought Gunna looked good, and I thought Brianna looked good. She made her red carpet debut. I thought Glorilla's outfit ate. I did not like her glam, like her makeup. I don't like the thin eyebrows. I really don't, unless it's covered with a bang. I don't like the thin brow look. I thought Tyla looked amazing. That was all Chanel, and she has a new song coming out. Chanel. And you know who else I thought looked really good? Brittany Snow. She's on Netflix's Hunting Wives, which I have to watch, but I hear it's not NSFW. So I'm gonna have to find time to watch it, not at work. Brittany Snow looked really good. I don't know if I have any honorable mentions. I thought Sierra looked very plain. I liked Lotto's makeup, but I did not like her prom dress. I liked her presenting award. Ice Spice was there. Her and Lotto have reconciled. Ice Spice, I did not like her outfit, but I did like Lotto's presenting outfit with Ice Spice. That look was a lot better than whatever. Sabrina Carpenter had also 2 looks. Both of her looks 8 down. So I would give like my top 3. Olandria was best dressed though. I didn't see one person that competed with her, and it was fun. This is Zara Larson girl. I think she's an R&B singer. Hers was fun. I think the thing about VMAs is it's supposed to be fun. You know, VMAs isn't like Oscars or Grammys. Like you can have more fun. So I was really enjoying that. But I would definitely say like my top 3 is probably Olandria up here. Sabrina Carpenter, of course, looked amazing. And then I would definitely give it to Tyla. I loved Tyla's look. I was not a fan of Justine Skye's look or Arya Starr, who I really love her singing voice. Like she's amazing. But those are the reality topics. It was mostly focused on toxic talks today and reality topics. Let's talk about Miami real quick because that's our reality show of today. That's the reality TV. And I guess I'll talk about King's Court a little. But I did want to talk about Miami before we close out. And just my thoughts, because I have some thoughts, of course. I honestly thought this episode was a little lackluster. The season finale is supposed to be the 25th or something. It's been a nice Miami summer. I love Miami. But this episode was kind of lackluster. I'm shocked they're on a cruise filming. And I was weak at Alexia and Gertie's arrival outfits. Gertie was in this dominatrix meets Perry outfit, while literally Alexia was in this Selena meets disco ball outfit. I'm like, y'all do know you're going on a cruise. Like, it's like, what are y'all wearing to show up on a cruise? It was so beyond me. But we did get a little insight. So there's some trouble in paradise with Lisa and Jody. If you guys watch the after show, you'll also see a little more friction. It was just like the women's opinions. Lisa just wants to be, she said in the after show, she doesn't know she wants to get married, but she don't want to be someone's girlfriend. And she says she's in therapy and she hoped that's good enough for Jody. Like, where's her ring? I think he's going to propose to her because I think Jody like loves her. Like he looks at her and he's like, oh my gosh, she's like the most gorgeous woman I'm going to end up with. And Jody's sweet, but I think Lisa's like the most gorgeous woman he's probably like set his eyes on. But Jody was like, look, I want to move forward in our relationship, but I cannot with all this drama. You can just tell he's a chill guy. He's like, this is a lot. He's like, this is a lot. I don't need all of this energy constantly. He's like, it's been very strenuous on the relationship. He was even letting us know that they don't sleep in the same room sometimes. And you could tell Lisa did not want that in the show. Like, she was like, okay, cut. Like, let's not talk about that. Like, I think Jody probably does get frustrated with Lisa. and all the antics, but I think he loves her. And to be honest, I do think he will propose to her. I'll be shocked if they break up because it's like you stuck with her through all this. I mean, I think he's gonna definitely propose to her. Um Stephanie. So she's going to be the first seat at the reunion. Stephanie rubs me the wrong way because she has these jaded thoughts about having children. I feel the same way. Like, but of course, I want children eventually, but I want to be in a nice, healthy relationship. And I don't want to have children. I don't want to be rushed to have children. So I understand her to that degree. But I think when you make your whole personality about being a single person or a motherless or a kidless person, motherless, a childless person, and like you place your values on materialistic items, I kind of think you probably are better off not being a mom because the way she views being a mother, I wouldn't want you to have kids. Like she views it as such a disgusting duty. So I'm like, you probably shouldn't have kids, Stephanie. She's like, what am I going to do with my Birkin? And I have my clean glass. What if they grow up to hate me? What if they don't want to hang out with me? And so then we finally got to the root of some stuff in the after show, which I will say was like, okay, maybe you should leave with this instead of this whole Birkin thing, your Chanel, what they spit up on you. I'm just like, girl, you were giving new money. You were giving new money all day, every day. Like you ain't never had nothing good. Like you finally, in the words of Sweet Tea from Married to Medicine, had access to the money and you don't want to let it go. That's what it's giving to me, and it's coming off very selfish. And then it's like, you're like, well, my sisters don't talk to my parents. That's a deeper issue. And that's because your parents took your side in this whole twisted thing because you were the mistress. You took over that woman's life. You were working as her assistant, took over that woman's life, and your sisters don't agree with it because both sisters don't talk to you or the parents. Y'all are in some weird stuff. I don't respect Stephanie in that way, but the way she talks about not having kids or how kids are such a burden, I'm like, maybe you should not have children, Stephanie. Like, you don't have to keep saying it. We get it. You got Birkins. And even Larsa clocked her tea. Because she's like, what if my kid's dumb? What if I gotta get swimming lessons? It's just like, normal stuff I just wouldn't even want a natural nurture mother to say. You're saying it all, and it makes sense as to why you should not have children. Like maybe you should not have children because you sound disgusting talking about children, and I wouldn't want anyone talking about my children like that. I just feel like with Stephanie, everything to her is like all about how it looks. She's very surface, she's very materialistic, and this is Miami. You are in a group full of mothers, and it's like you were constantly kind of like saying like how being a mom is basically like such a hassle. And it's like, how are you saying that to your own mother? Like, girl, get a grip. And I think even Larsa clocked her in the after show and she was like, you have she said, I think 5 of your Birkins you can do put up towards education, swimming lessons, tutoring. Like it wouldn't be hard, or like, whatever their ventures are. Like she's like, don't act like you don't have the access to do it. And I think Stephanie was kind of gagged. She was like, well, I would do it, but like, but it's like, what is your argument? Just say you don't want kids. People that are like, oh my gosh, I don't want kids because of this. I'm like, just say you don't want kids. Why? Okay, got it. Moving on. Stephanie's whole personality has been this PJ, her Birkin, and not having kids. And I'm like, if that's all I know about you as a new housewife, why the heck are you the first seat at the reunion? No lies were told. All tea, all shade. So the ladies arrived on a cruise. I don't know how Femme and Crew got that cleared. I don't know what cruise this was. Was this the Royal Caribbean? Was this Carnival? They are filming on a cruise with other folks. And this is just like, Miami is just constantly going up a notch when it comes to housewives. Like it's just always presented as top tier. You can't make this stuff up. And so Stephanie is learning that Marisol may be the issue within her issues with Alexia. I think Marisol is a very much a sniper. I mean, it was already confirmed that she was hiring a private investigator to look after Nicole, and basically find some dirt on Anthony and Nicole. I think Marisol is very much a sniper. I like Marisol, but I know she's a dirty player. And in the words of Nene Leakes, you never win when you play dirty. And that's exactly why you still don't have a mojito. I think that a lot of the friction between Alexia and Stephanie is because of Marisol, and I think Marisol voices things to Alexia, gets Alexia riled up. Alexia takes on the challenges, and then the ladies look at Alexia crazy. And that's why they say that y'all act completely different when your other person is not here. I think that I think Marisol manipulates a lot behind the scenes, and I think that was proven when Dr. Nicole said what she said about the private investigator. Like a whole PI is following you. Oh, we have issues. We have serious issues. And so the ladies at this point are trying to get Lisa and Lars on the same page, which I'm honestly like, this has been the best argument for me this whole season because they both have valid points. But I will never get over Lisa calling Larsa lumpy and bumpy because, girl, the filler is mitigating or migrating, whatever the word is. The filler is not fillering. It is lumpy. Like your face, you gotta get that. You gotta get that fixed, Larsa. You gotta get that dissolved, like ASAP. Like the lip filler is in the chin now, and like in the jaw. Like you can see how lumpy her face looks from all the fillers she's got. So that's been the best argument this season for me because they're both so petty and good. And like when Lisa called her Larcissist, like, and then Larsa, like I just think they both are petty in their own ways, and I'm here for it. They're also trying to get Stephanie and Alexia on the same page, but I think Stephanie's realizing, wait a minute, I might need to get on the same page with Marisol because I think Marisol is actually the one that's feeding Alexia the BS, and I think she's right. I think she's completely right. Adriana opens up, this is the last topic, about, just struggling with her birthday. She's turning 59. And they're like, Adriana doesn't look that age at all. And I don't think Adriana knows, like, yeah, she's the oldest in the group, but it's like Marisol and Alexia are right behind you, like a year behind you. Adriana gets really real about just like not wanting to celebrate her birthday as she gets older, especially as a woman, and just like, how as you get older as a woman, you feel the pressures of society. Also, Adriana's the smartest one there, but you feel the pressures of society as you age, and like you feel like as a woman, the older you get, the more useless you become. And I think Adriana becoming very like opening up and like being very open about that and like celebrating her birthday, something even I associate with at the tender age of 26. Like it is very difficult as you age as a woman because it's like you do feel the constant pressures of society. So I thought that was really cool that she shed light on that. And the next episode looks like the ladies try to like get her happy, and like Gertie was really there for her. Gertie's a really good friend, but I just thought it was really interesting to see Adriana this like she's pretty chill this season, I would say, besides when she gets drunk. Um, but it's very interesting to kind of see her become vulnerable about the age thing. And she is because Kiki has made comments about her age, and it just seems like the age thing really strikes her. But that was Miami. There wasn't really much to talk about. Even the after show, I just summed it up in there because even the after show wasn't much to talk about. But yeah, that was your Toxic But It's Tuesday episode. We talked a little bit about, Real Housewives of Miami, of course, because we got to talk about some reality TV. I talked a little bit about King's Court, and how I think Tyson is full of it. I broke down this whole Young Thug leaked phone call messes because, like, if you guys are interested in that tea, this mega thread on Reddit, I urge any of you, if you're interested in that, just Google it. And the tea is there linking to all the Twitter audio phone calls. I mean, they didn't do even the most recent ones of him like confessing to cheating on Mariah the Sciences. I talked about the VMAs. Olandria was the best outfit. No cap. Like, no lies were told. Best dress. Her and Nick looked amazing. Definitely Vampire Diaries coded, and it is becoming that season where I should be doing my umpteenth watch of Vampire Diaries, but I'm currently on Real Housewives of Atlanta. And yes, then we of course talked about some other reality topics like Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Bo's being engaged. I don't know if you guys have listened yet, but my What's the Reality on What the Reality, Mario and Ramona Singer divorce. Part 1 is out. Look forward to part 2 next Friday. That is it for this week. Got a busy weekend, but I will be back next Tuesday for Toxic, but it is Tuesday. And then next Friday, we will have a part 2 to that whole Ramona and Mario Singer divorce. Thank you so much for listening and tuning in. Until the next time.